India's economic rise is making headlines, but is it now the world's third or fourth largest economy? Conflicting reports and shifting numbers create confusion. So what's the real story as of May 2025? The answer depends on how you measure. Different organizations use different data, timelines, and economic indicators. There's no single universal way to rank economies. Just like measuring a room in meters or feet gives different numbers, both are valid. National economies are complex, and their size can be expressed in several ways. In this video, we'll break down the main methods used to compare economies and see what they reveal about India's true global standing. We'll also compare India with other major economies like the US, China, Germany, and Japan. By the end, you'll understand why the numbers vary and what that really means for India. Let's dive in. The most common way to measure an economy is nominal GDP, the total value of goods and services produced, converted to US dollars at current exchange rates. By this measure, India is now the world's fourth largest economy, having recently overtaken Japan. The US, China, and Germany are ahead, but there's another method, purchasing power parity, or PPP, which adjusts for local price differences to show what people can actually buy. Using PPP, India ranks even higher, third in the world, behind only China and the US. This means India's economy is even larger when you account for lower prices at home. So, India is fourth by nominal GDP, but third by PPP. The method you choose changes the ranking. Both are important, but they tell different stories. Why do these rankings differ? Nominal GDP depends on exchange rates, which can fluctuate due to global markets and investor sentiment. PPP, on the other hand, looks at what people can actually buy in their own country, adjusting for local prices. For countries like India, where many goods and services are cheaper, PPP shows a much larger economy than nominal GDP. A high GDP ranking means a country is a major player in global trade and investment. But a big economy doesn't automatically mean widespread prosperity. India's huge population means the economic pie is divided among many people. To understand what this means for individuals, we need to look at per capita figures. Let's see how India compares on that front. Per capita GDP divides the country's total output by its population, giving a sense of average income. India's per capita GDP is much lower than countries like Germany or Japan, even though its total economy is now larger than Japan's. For example, Germany's per capita GDP is over $50,000, Japan's around $40,000, but India's is just under $3,000. Even with PPP adjustments, India still lags far behind advanced economies. This gap affects salaries, job quality, healthcare, and education. While millions have moved out of poverty and a middle class is growing, many Indians, especially in rural areas or marginalized communities, still face significant challenges. The headline of being the world's third or fourth largest economy doesn't always match daily life for most citizens. Real progress means improving living standards for everyone. India aims to become a $5 trillion economy and overtake Germany in nominal GDP by 2027 or 2028. Understanding the difference between nominal GDP and PPP helps citizens see beyond the headlines. The real question: is economic growth benefiting all Indians or just a few? Inclusive growth, ensuring prosperity reaches every part of society, is key. India's global ranking is a source of pride, but true success is measured by improvements in everyday life. Monitoring per capita income, human development, and inequality is essential. India's economic rise is real, but its future depends on how growth is shared. The real victory will be when every Indian feels the benefits.